All right, hey VC, I'm Jamie. Welcome back. We're back with another video. And yes, it's another contest entry, this time for Rod, the Happy Hippie Vinyl Guy. And Rod, congratulations on all your subscribers. And he has a contest called March Madness, but I think this contest does go into April. I will leave a link to Rod's contest information. And basically it's show a band and then a solo act or a solo album from one of the band members, that sort of thing. So I think it's a great idea. You can do either 5, 10, or 15. So I'm going to split the difference and go 10. So 5 gets you 1 entry, 10 gets you 2 entries, and 15 gets you 3 entries. So I'm going to go for 10 for my entry, and I think I'll take Robert's on my turntables lead in terms of showing the band first and then the solo artist. I think Rod had shown the solo artist first and then the band. I'm going to do it the other way around. So I'm going to show first off the band Genesis. This is their second album called Trespass, and love early Genesis. And one of the artists from this band, one of the members, of course, Anthony Phillips, and I just picked this up recently. This is Anthony Phillips' album Sides, and it's really enjoyable. Now, Anthony Phillips, it's amazing when he left Genesis, they had really considered breaking up, certainly in the early days after the second album. Thankfully, they did not, but Anthony Phillips, a big part of early Genesis. Okay, another wonderful band. Always love the Moody Blues. And this is Moody Blues on the Threshold of a Dream. What can you say about the Moody Blues? I mean, fantastic band. And one of the band members that many of the band members would do solo albums, including Ray Thomas. Ray Thomas was the flautist from the group, and he was the one who could really hit those high notes singing. Ray Thomas, and this is one of his solo albums, Hopes, Wishes, and Dreams. Another lovely Moody Blues solo album. Okay, another wonderful band, Fleetwood Mac. Of course, this is the simply self-titled album Fleetwood Mac. This is when Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham joined the group. And there's a great clip about Mick Fleetwood talking about this album as part of Brian Johnson's Life on the Road. Brian Johnson from AC/DC, he's got this series called Life on the Road where he interviews various rock stars. And Mick Fleetwood just talks about just the enthusiasm when they were recording this, and then he having a few brandies and then talking to the record reps and saying, if you're not hearing what I'm hearing, please tell me, because we're very excited about this album. And he was bang on with this one. So you got Mick Fleetwood talking about this album. Of course, this is Fleetwood Mac, self-titled album, and one of the members to do a solo album included Christine McVie. Now, Christine McVie does not have many solo albums, but this is one of them, and this is Christine McVie. What was the title? Was this simply self-titled? Yeah, I think this was simply a self-titled solo album as far as, yeah, Christine McVie solo album. So there you go. And she had the hit from this one. What was one of the hits? Love Will Show Us How, or I can't remember which one of the hits was from this one. So yeah, there you go. Christine McVie solo album. A Canadian entry, the band FM. Great Canadian prog rock band. If you don't have this album, get it. This is a great prog rock album. This is the band FM and their album Black Noise. And one of the band members, and probably the band member most associated with this group, and I love to chat about this artist, is the late Nash the Slash, and this is Dreams and Nightmares. And what's interesting about Nash the Slash is that in terms of the band FM, he was only on this first solo album initially. He left after the first album and then didn't return to the group till about the 80s, for their 80s period and early 90s. But you always associate Nash the Slash so heavily with the band FM, so Nash the Slash. Okay. Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin's first album. What can you say? Incredible. Absolutely amazing. Led Zeppelin's first album. And one of the members to have a solo album included John Paul Jones, a great bass player with the band, John Paul Jones. And this is music from the film Scream for Help. And Jimmy Page is actually also featured on this soundtrack along with John Anderson. So that's kind of cool. But John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin. Great artist. Okay, I just love giving shout-outs and love to Mott the Hoople. This is All the Young Dudes. And of course, great band, and an artist from this band that I don't think gets enough love on the VC is, of course, Ian Hunter, lead vocalist with Mott the Hoople. And Ian Hunter's got some great solo albums, and this is All of the Good Ones Are Taken. And that's how we usually see Ian Hunter with the glasses there. But Ian Hunter is, I love Ian Hunter, one of my favorites. Okay, how about the Monkees? Always enjoyed this cover. I don't know the simplicity about it, but this is the Monkees and Headquarters, and one of the artists to produce solo albums from this band, of course, would be Mike Nesmith. And this is Mike Nesmith and the First National Band and Magnetic South. And this is my only Mike Nesmith album. I definitely have to get more Mike Nesmith records. Okay, we got to go with the Byrds. Byrds and their classic album Turn, Turn, Turn. Now, some great members of this band. So many options to choose from, but I'm going to go with the solo artist from this band being Gene Clark. And this is one of those, I don't think I would have picked this album up if not for many recommendations on the VC. And this is obviously a reissue of Gene Clark's No Other. Great album. It is really, really good. So Gene Clark, of course, with the Byrds, there's many to choose from with that group. Okay, another such great band, Traffic and John Barleycorn Must Die. Traffic, and I'm going to go not with Steve Winwood, but I'll go with Jim Capaldi from Traffic. Jim Capaldi with a number of great solo albums, and this is Shortcut, Draw Blood. So Jim Capaldi from Traffic. And last but not least, how about King Crimson? Got to do some King Crimson. Great album, Red. If you don't have this one, definitely pick this up, King Crimson and Red. And I'm going to go with the man himself. How about a Robert Fripp solo album? And this is Robert Fripp and Let the Power Fall, and described as an album of Frippertronics. Gotta like Frippertronics. So that's my entry for Rod, the Happy Hippie Vinyl Guy. Again, Rod, congratulations on all your subscribers. You deserve many more. And again, this contest is happening now through till April. I'll leave a link. So again, thanks very much. Take care. Bye-bye.